Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. It is Monday, 6:49 a.m. I'm late. It is the 1st of May. Woo! 5/1/2017. Thumbs up for that. How about that? Yay! It's a brand new day. The sun is, well, the sun is, of course, shining. You know, it's just a cloud cover that occasionally comes between us and it. It's always sunny. You know, just because it may not be sunny where you currently live on the face of a small blob of rock floating in space, that's one thing. The sun is always shining and always will for the next several billion years. In fact, past that, I mean, we're going to predicted to become a red giant that then expands beyond the, reach of our orbit. So it's going to glow for billions and billions of years, and then possibly for billions of years after that. I mean, as a white dwarf, if it shrinks down far enough afterward. Hard to say. We'll be gone. We may be gone in 10 years, but we'll be definitely gone in billions. I don't think we have a projected lifespan of that long. I don't think there's been any animal on the face of the planet yet that as a species has lasted a billion years. I mean, I imagine there have been some, like jellyfish and stuff, but so really when it comes down to it, what I just said, don't even know what I'm talking about, so forget I said that. And at least I'm honest enough to go, I was talking complete nonsense. Let's just ignore that. Is that one of my big problems today? There's going to be a lot of nonsense. Is I woke up at 4 a.m. Just woke up on my own. I went to bed around midnight and woke up at 4. Wasn't an incredible amount of pain. There was some. I was able to shift and such and then go back to bed, and for another hour I got up at 5:15 out of bed, and that literally feels like moments ago. My fibro fog is so bad today. I am just, it's chopped brown paper and chopped liver inside of my skull instead of brain matter. My sincere apologies. I mean, it's 6:51 by my clock there and 6:51 by the computer, and I literally feel like I just got out of bed. Nothing has cleared up. The morning fog is still there after 2 hours, almost 3. So yay. So don't really have anything big to talk about in my life. I mean, current stuff. All that happened yesterday was I did my videos, and then I spent the afternoon and such, with my friends, housemates at the same time, and because I enjoy spending time with my housemates, my friends, and so for a long period of time we just spend time where we're sitting around in the living room as everybody wakes up, and so we talk, we watch TV, we'll head outside for dabs, come back in, and it works out. Not a lot gets done, but I enjoy time with my friends, face-to-face time with my friends, so it's good. But that's all I really did yesterday, and about 5-6 o'clock, as typical, again, I start to get really tired. The day before, I was tweeting to a commenter whom Jamie's division, I've talked to him a lot off channel times. I don't know the best way to put that. I talked to him a lot through private messaging and stuff, and I sent some of the weirdest stuff to him because I was literally falling asleep and dropping my phone as I was writing to him. Weirdest stuff, and then it was finally, I'm going to bed. So the end of the day happened real early on that day, and then yesterday I was so tired, but still I came up here around 10 o'clock, tried to figure out live streaming through Hitbox, and it seemed to work. It looked like it worked because I had a browser open to that URL, and I would talk into the live stream stuff, and after a 20 to 25 second delay, it would show up in the browser. And it was actually me sitting there and going, huh, I wonder if this is working. It seems to be working. It's not, oh boy, look at that huge delay. But it looks like it works. I don't know how well. I'm going to try more test streaming today. And hopefully I'm going to get this really figured out for good. And then I'm going to come up with a regular streaming schedule. So I'll be streaming. I won't be streaming stuff like American Truck Simulator. My American Truck Simulator video from yesterday, the Sunday, the 30th of April, that has performed the worst that I have had in 2 years. I mean, I don't get a ton of views on my videos. The videos that I get a ton of views on are my reaction videos. And everything that's not a reaction video is like, the difference is, you know, here's my reaction video of views. And the next big thing is like, and here's everything else. And those are, even my not so good reactions are like so much better than everything else. It's like, you go, wow, that was a great video, and I get this many views. Then the reactions come up and they're like, a poor one has this many as compared to everything else that I do. So even in comparison to these ones that are like this, my American Truck Simulator is like right down here. I've had that thing live for over 12 hours and I've had 88 views. Wow, I haven't had such a poorly watched video in quite some time, so don't worry, I'm not going to play it again. I consider myself rebuked. I'm very sorry. Oh, bloody dentures. Ugh. They don't stay in at all. I hate these things. The dentist took new casts on my mouth, you know, like this at the beginning of the month, and they don't fit at all. If I just talk, the lower plate pops up. If I smile, the upper plate falls down. Oh, it is irritating. They went from not working all that well to not working worth a damn. So I'm kind of pissed about these things, and I'm not going to be a good patient when I go in next week to talk to the guy, because it's like they say, oh yeah, the lower plate has a lot of problems, and it's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Just fill it with all this stuff? If I do that at least? And it's like, well, don't worry, it'll work its way out. It's not just going to work its way out. It doesn't just happen. You have to work on these things and work specifically on them, or it's going to be a mess forever. So thanks. I'm pissed at him. Still though, let's see if I can remember. Oh, this paralyzed hand. This is my semi-paralyzed hand. Well, this one actually has semi-paralysis too. I had abraded my radial nerves on both arms. If you fall asleep and you have, like, there's the arms of the chair on this thing, and any arm of your chair, if you fall asleep and you rest against your arm with your arm against the arm of the chair, you are pressing right on the radial nerve. And I discovered that if you do that long enough, it's like your nerve is a length of rope and you're rubbing it against the edge of a very sharp rock. And eventually, from falling asleep against arms of chairs, it goes snap. For a year, this hand didn't work. It was dead. All I could do was bring in the fingers like that, and then I had to let gravity and muscle tone pull them back out. I could bring my thumb in like that, and then I had to let gravity and muscle tone bring it out. I couldn't lift it or do a thing. It was dead. So I was trying to wash, you know, I'd try to like slap my hand against my face and then hold it like this to do things, because I wasn't going to just stop using it. But they told me, like a year and some ago now, that if I did not get the use of this hand back in 5 to 7 years, to not panic. Takes nerves a long time to grow back. Well, it took a little over a year for the nerves to grow back. And I credit that growth, incredible growth, entirely. Oh, I don't have it here. I was going to show you my little cannabis jar, but I took it and put it somewhere else. Oh, and I took this off last night as well, since I don't wear it to bed. Ah. And you see, that's the distraction there. I just disrailed my train of thought entirely. Disrailed? Derailed my train of thought entirely. I mean, I have no idea what I was talking about anymore. None. Welcome to Fibromyalgia 101. Oh wait, here we go. I'm starting to remember now. But still, it's like that easy with my fibro fog, especially today. I so easily forget what I'm talking about. When it's bad, in conversation with people, I forget stuff in mid-sentence talking to people, and it's painful. Yay. But yeah, it was just, this thing was just dead. And so please be careful. Don't just lean and fall against the arm of your chair. Your radial nerves here, take care of them. Holy smokes. I've got like 5% loss on this side because of the radial nerve damage, and still about 20% loss on this side from the radial nerve damage. Luckily, I was able to find my way back to the conversational path. Whew! I was almost lost in the middle of the dark forest again. But I found myself checked for centering placement. I seem to be moderately centered still, so that's good. I literally, because of my fibro fog, cannot at this time remember a single thing that happened in my Air Force time. I'm trying to remember things, and the only thing that I can really remember actually is my for decades I didn't drink tequila, because when I was in tech school at age 19, here's a story. I've told this one to lots of people, so now I'll tell it here. I was drinking pretty heavy during prior to entering the Air Force, and then when I was in the Air Force, it really intensified my alcoholism. And so when I was in tech school, I would go to the club, which is where you could go and engage in alcoholic beverages, listen to music and stuff. It was a sanctioned bar, you know, so run by the base. And so I was at the tech school bar, the club, for enlisted people, because the officers go to their own officers club. Everybody else, you know, you go to the airmen's club if you're in the Air Force. But while I was there, I wanted to get pretty hammered on tequila, but you could only get 2 shots at a time. So I got in line, boom, got back in line. I remember doing that about 5 times. I don't remember past that. In fact, after my standing in line for about the 4th or 5th time, I didn't remember a thing. I woke up the next day not knowing what had happened. A good thing I didn't remember it, but also a terrible thing, because the last thing I remember of that night is the first thing was, you know, I was boom, 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 hammering shots of tequila at the Airmen's Club. Space of time, gap, and then the last thing I remember, for whatever reason, is I was standing on a chair in the middle of my room, watching a cascade of vomit spray out of my mouth and onto the floor. Why was I standing on a chair to puke? I don't know. But that's the last thing I remember. I don't even remember cleaning it up. But then the next day, of course, I felt terrible. When you have a floor full of people, especially in tech school, you've got to have somebody who's in charge of the floor. They elevate somebody to a position of authority, and they're in charge of making sure everybody else on the floor is good. The guy that was in charge saved me incredibly. I could have been recycled back to the beginning of the program, because I was so hammered. You wore your key to your dorm around your neck, and then you opened up the door to get into your dorm building. I first tried to get into the wrong dorm building with my key and then got pissed when the key didn't work. And then when I left, I slammed the door open hard and almost broke the swinging glass door. And the guy who was the monitor, hall monitor, not the right thing, but that's the best way I can put it right now, for making sure everyone was in charge, he put himself on the line to talk to people and say, give him another chance. And thank God he did, because after that, I mean, I didn't get in a ton of trouble, but he let me know that it was because of him. And so I didn't drink tequila for decades, because just the thought, oh, my stomach, and then just remembering the cascade of vomit. Good golly, Miss Molly, I'm at 15 minutes and 28 seconds, and my fiber fog tells me that I just started. Man, I am going to have to quickly go through and thank 20 to 25 people. I have my comment section only open. I normally would say a bunch of things, but I'm going to thank 20 to 25 people. Like, oh, but first, I actually have somebody who asked for Robbing Banks, asked for a shout out. So Robbing Banks, son of a gun. And then there is Joker Laughing, thank you so very much. Kevin M, thank you. And Euphoric Empire, thank you very, very much. Mortem Commodenti, thank you very, very much. And Justina Aquavita Metz, thank you, greatly appreciated. Pedro Cerda, thank you. And Claude 5190, son of a gun, thank you very, very much. And say, Robbing Banks, we're back to you. I actually see you in here, but I'm going to cut that one back because that one should be a real one. Like Max JFV should be, though. So thank you. Still, though, thanks, Robbing Banks. I mean, it's just you'd already gotten a shout out. So, and then Mark Arnold, thank you very, very much. And JP3 Rap, thank you, greatly appreciated. Joseph King, thank you. Mr. Psycho Productions, thank you very, very much. And Suck Mike Hawk. Oh, okay, Suck My Cock. Okay, that's a cute one. And then there is Dakota Williams, thank you very, very much. And Geonex? Jeonex. I hope that's close. Thank you very, very much. And then there is Vandervolk. Thank you very, very much. And Frotzy. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Moses. Thank you. And Nightbra Beamler? Okie dokie. Thank you very, very much. And then there is JJANGU. I don't know how that's pronounced, but thank you very much. And 30-second system. Thank you very, very much. And Your Angelica. Actually, it says, do you remember my video about you? I hate to say it right off the top of my head. I do not, and I am very sorry. Please help me. My fiber fog is terrible. I am out of sight, out of mind. I forget that I have a sister because I don't see her. So I'm sorry. And then Nathaniel Real. Thank you very, very much. And then last but not least, Comba T8686. Thank you very, very much. 25 people, hopefully, I thanked, and I'm at 18 minutes to change, so who knows, maybe I can do this. I'm going to give greetings to everyone in their home language, as many as I have. Bon dia, dia dit, dia guit, guten tag, buenos dias, buna diminata, ohio, librid, labas ritas, kamusta, bonjourno, terahomikost, yoragelt, barilus, ni hao, kalimera, bonjour, motenva, boreda, Bokertov, Ahanyo Haseo, Mesa Oheli, Jean Dobry, Labdien, Dobre Utro, Dobre Rano, Privyet, Merhaba, Gomorgan, Godmorgan, and of course go forth and have the crack. Thumbs up. Good food, good drink with good friends. Not necessarily to have an alcoholic beverage, not necessarily to have mounds of crack cocaine on a table, not necessarily to have a prostitute spread her thighs for you. The crack. Good food, good drink with good friends. Well, I'm now at 19 minutes and change, so if you could check out some of my links, that would be awesome. I'd greatly appreciate it. There's a whole bunch of them there. Click show more, they open right up. If you could toss me a like, that would be cool. I do greatly appreciate all the positive validation for my existence that I can get. I think all of us do, but, you know, I got a streak of self-loathing a mile wide, so anything helps. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. But of course, only if you're down with it. Pity subscriptions, not needed, not wanted. They don't help me. They don't help you. They don't help anybody. So, but if you're down with it, hope to keep you forever and ever and ever. Hey, down in the basement with the rest of them, wrapped in plastic, in the dark. Well, hopefully I've got a game video. Hopefully I've got a reaction video. I like to keep these under 20 minutes, so I have 5 seconds left. So you have a very, very good day. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing.